Crew Nation, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. This is for the career seekers out there. When you first want to get started in research, you're going to take jobs that are beneath you, beneath your pay, beneath your education. Now, the research sites, they're going to be your best bet. A lot of people have gone to the extremes. Like, I know educated people with PhDs that don't mention that they have a PhD on their resume because they're saying that they're overqualified and they're not getting a chance. And while I think this is disingenuous, you got to do what you got to do. But your best bet is the small sites, and here's why. And I would focus on the small sites that do psychiatric clinical trials, because if you have a PhD or an international medical graduate degree or a pharmacy degree, something doctorate level and above, you can become, with enough training at the right site, a psychometric raider. What does that mean? So the psychiatry industry is huge. That's where I got my start in. That's where I still do studies in. Today at noon, I have a call with a sponsor to do a retraining. I failed one of my training scales because I'm a raider and I don't have a doctorate degree. I have a master's degree, but I'm grandfathered in because I've done so many scales in the past. Don't ask me why I failed this training video. It's a long story. Point is, don't hide necessarily your PhD. Take that low-paying role at a site. Don't argue with me about how it's not fair, how much money you went into debt to get that PhD. That's irrelevant. I know it sucks. It's irrelevant. You're going to make it back. But you're going to make it back with time. And the market, you got to catch the market at the right time. And the point is, the right time to get in the industry is right now. And a lot of you guys and gals out there are clueless, completely clueless about psychiatric trials and sites that do only central nervous system disorder studies. They are desperately in need of psychometric raiders, advanced degree holders that can be trained to do rating skills. It doesn't mean you're going to be allowed to do ratings just because you have a PhD. That site's going to have to train you. That site's going to have to nurture you. And after a year or so, they can get a ROI, which means a return on their investment. But I've employed many PhDs. I've went out of my way to hire PhDs when I needed psychometric raiders, because not only could you be a good coordinator for that site, so they could recoup on their investment earlier, because chances are you're probably smart if you have a PhD, so you could probably be a good coordinator. But the extra advantage of being a psychometric raider, and you won't get paid that much more than the other coordinators, just because you have a PhD. But with enough time, I've done an hour-long podcast with a raider that used to work for me. His name is Kobe Sugihara. And he only has a master's degree, but he's carved out a little niche for himself in the industry where he does nothing but psychometric rating scales. So do not ignore the psychiatric clinics in your area. Just go in there and say, I'm willing to be a coordinator, and oh, by the way, I'm a PhD, and I'm not going to hide my PhD like others, because I understand that my degree might be useful for your site in having raiders, because I don't know any site that does psych studies that doesn't need more raiders, even a backup. People get sick, people move on. The industry is competitive once you have experience, and because of your PhD after your name, you will probably advance your career faster, which is what those sites are afraid of in the first place. This is why you got to approach the right sites. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution. This is an advantage for you guys and gals. Go get it. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.